there, mateys. Well, tonight thought I'd give you a little different view of the boat instead of always from the same angle. But I came up with another idea, again inspired by Honey Harvest Market in Delhi. I'm going to do medallions of pork with peppers and onions, and I'm going to make a Marsala sauce with it. A little bit different than what I did the first one. I didn't really like that well. It tasted fine, but it was a little thick. So this one we're going to make a demi-glaze with it. So I'll show you how we do that. And again, it's an easy meal on a 2-burner stove on a sailboat. Alright, well, first of all, I'm pre-cooking our tricolor pasta, which I forgot to tell you about earlier. That's what I'm going to use with this dish. I like the flavors and the different colors. I want to pre-cook that because I need that pan to make our demi-glaze. Sorry about the camera there. Also, I pre-sauteed some onions and green peppers just so that they were ready ahead of time. The other thing we're going to do, though, is for the Marsala sauce, we're going to have some mushrooms, a little bit of onion, some garlic, our medallions of pork, which I'm marinating in a little bit of Worcestershire and the Marsala sauce. I have a beef stock. Of course, we're going to add a little salt, pepper, and use olive oil here. But to make the demi-glaze, what we use is cornstarch instead of flour. So after my beef cube is dissolved, I'll put a little bit of cold water in here, make it a cup, and dissolve the cornstarch in that. We're going to make the demi-glaze separate from the sauteed pork and then put that on top when we're finished. You'll see this is going to be a much smoother sauce than what we made the other day. Alright, well, I think it's time to finish the rest of the meal. You see I've got my tri-pasta already cooked up here, and I added a little salt, pepper, and margarine to it. We're going to set that aside. Next, let's saute our vegetables. Alright, so next, let's saute our vegetables. Got a nice flame going there. I'm going to add just a touch more olive oil. And once I saute these mushrooms and the other things, I'm going to add them to my pre-sauteed green peppers and onions. I did those earlier just because I don't have a lot of refrigeration and they were starting to go bad and I didn't want to take a chance. So I cooked them up early. Alright, that looks like that's getting hot. Let's add our garlic, onions, and mushrooms. Now, I guess I could have let that get a little bit hotter. Oh yeah. Alright, that's good. Alright, now let's let that cook for a little bit. We want to clarify the onions, just so they're a little translucent and the mushrooms are just a little caramelized. Alright, in the meantime though, here in our pan, I've got our beef broth, and I've added the cornstarch to it. I'm going to add that in. Oh, no, wait. First of all, got to take that back, guys. Let's get this pan hot. Alright, let that pan get hot, and we're going to flame our Marsala to intensify the flavor on that. Get ready. Here we go. Alright, now we're not going to use a lot, maybe about, half a cup. We got to save some for the chef, Let that come to a boil. Now you hear our vegetables cooking over here. I'm just going to give them a light stir. Not too much. Yeah, let's just flip them here. Come on. There we go, that's good. Alright, the Marsala is starting to boil a little bit. Let's see if I can flame this. There we go. That's good. Then, and let the flame burn out, hopefully here soon. Alright, that's good enough. I'm going to add our broth to this now. Stir that in so it thickens. Let's give this another little toss. Now you see our mushrooms. That one's not quite done, but they're starting to caramelize a little bit. The onions are starting to clarify. That's all we need. Our demi-glaze, oh, it's coming along very nice. We use the wire whip on this one. Now this will be kind of, well, glazy. A glaze to it. It's not going to be a thick color. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is already. See how fast that was? Now we're going to turn this down, let the cornstarch cook a little bit. You see how that's just a nice glaze. That's all we want. Let that simmer a little bit. Alright, now our vegetables are done. I'm going to pull them off and put those with our other vegetables that I sauteed earlier. Going to add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. Ooh, this is boiling pretty hard. Let's just turn that off. So that's going to be hot enough. We'll whisk that a little bit. Yeah, that's still good. Oh yeah, that's a nice glaze. Alright, our pan is nice. We're going to add our marinated pork. A little bit of flame on that one too. I forgot I had the Marsala in that. That's alright, it's not going to hurt anything. Well, unless you have curtains on board. You may not want to do that with curtains up there. I think what I'm going to do is put some kind of a blind up there. You know, like levelers. You know, thank God for levelers. You know why? Or it'd be curtains for all of us. Alright, that was bad. Oh, look at this. Look how nice this is coming. I have a few dried chives too. I'm going to add those to our demi-glaze. Let them thicken up in there a little bit. Oh gosh, this looks good. Look at this. Alright, that pork is finished also. Let's dish her up. I'll show you what we're going to do. Alright, so what I've done here is I've laid out the pork, the vegetables, the tricolored pasta. 3, 3. Get the theme? Now, our demi-glaze. Now, you see what I mean by a demi-glaze? Look how, you know, it's just a nice glaze. And we're just going to layer a little bit across here. A little bit across our pasta. And maybe a little bit across our vegetables. Now, if I had some other garnish, I could add to it. But we are ready to eat. This is a gourmet meal on a 2-burner stove, guys. Bon appetit. And happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends.